Hi, I'm Sallie.
And I'm Allyn.
And we're Sal and Al.
The Wool Slayers.
Welcome. I have no clue what number it is. What episode is it?
I don't either.
I don't either. It's like 47?
I can't remember if it's after 45 or after
we
40.
We are professionals.
47!
47!
Yay!
I was right. I'm distracted because there's a child.
Yep.
Right there. Okay. 47, welcome.
It's summer, y'all.
It's summer. It's been a minute.
It's been like an hour.
We took a break. I was on vacation for a month.
Mm-hmm. I was on vacation for a week. Busy stuff. Yes. They love having their feet in there.
I think they're so cool. I'm not sick anymore. Well, sort of. I'm not sick anymore. No more hot flashes.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, when I was rewatching last episode, like okay, so we filmed it like on a Tuesday and then we released it like the next Monday or Tuesday. And so I always watch it right before we release it, and then I do the like make it public thing and make the show notes. And I was watching it and just like, oh honey, because I already felt so much better by then. I wasn't better, but like I was so much better than I was because I was off the steroids and everything.
Right.
And I was like, oh Sallie, you should not have recorded that day. I was like, honey, I looked pale. I was sweating. My eyes were not. It was not good. So I feel so much better.
Yes.
Yes. I'm still like having some lingering stuff, but like right now I can't really hear out of my ear. Again. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get in with a specialist. But I feel 10,000 times better than that last episode. I felt really sorry for myself watching that.
Right.
So yeah, that's the latest with me.
I know, the latest with me. My mom and I had a great time going to North Carolina. I did not post as much as I had planned on Instagram because the place we stayed had 0 internet. It was great though. I couldn't get cell service, and then the only place there was Wi-Fi was up at the main house, and it was like little cabins, and so you know, and we didn't hang out up at the main house.
Right.
And when we were there, the kids wanted to play or do whatever, and so I wasn't on my phone.
Well, that works.
Yeah.
I didn't post as much as I planned to either, not because of anything except just
I know.
Didn't think about it.
Having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging in with us, and hopefully
we missed you.
So that means I have a lot to talk about.
Honestly, we didn't really talk.
No.
During that whole month, so we've already spent like an hour.
Oh my God.
Not really.
Maybe like 45 minutes.
Yeah, talking. Just because it's like, oh my God, my friend.
I know, and then I was like, wait, stop. We need to do this on the video. Yeah. And now I can't remember what we were talking about.
It was something to do with yarn shopping.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll talk about it when we get there. Huge shout out. We have a bunch of new subscribers.
Yeah.
Let us know where you came from. Welcome. Yeah, come on in. Let us know where you came from, because I don't know where you came from. I don't know, like, someone talked about us or something, because it was like a lot in like a couple of days.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Well, thank you to whoever talked about us.
The water's fine. Come on in. So let's start with some... Oh, sorry. I'm Sallie.
Oh, yeah.
You can find me on Instagram as Sallie Wren, Ravelry as Sallie Wren. We have a Facebook page, Sal and Al the Wool Slayers. We have a Ravelry group, Sal and Al the Wool Slayers. We are on Instagram. I don't usually say my Instagram name.
That's
that was
right,
weird.
You don't.
We are on Instagram as Wool Slayers Podcast.
Mm-hmm. And I'm Allyn. I'm on Ravelry as Allyn Loves Yarn. And Wool Slayers Podcast.
Yeah. Oh, and if you want to send us an email for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
woolslayerspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's all the things. Yeah. Okay, we usually start with fails. Do you have a fail?
I feel like I do, but I can't think of it right now. And so no.
Me
fail.
either. Okay.
Yeah. No
Slays.
Slays. Yes.
I have
slays.
I have none. But it's not for lack of knitting. It's just I took 3 brand new large projects with me, and like my time was diversified amongst all 3 of them.
Right.
So I have lots to show in the whip department.
I have 3 fails.
Whoa!
I know. 3 slays.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
I know. Well, I kind of 2.5. Because one of them is I finished up a project for my mom.
Oh.
And
That still counts.
But I'm taking credit because I did.
Go for it. Show it to us.
So.
Or show us something.
Okay.
What you got first?
So my mom made a cowl. And it is called In the Loop. And it's by Espace Tricot.
Oh,
it's
cute.
a free pattern. And she made it in the exact
I was about to say
yarn
that's
and
the
colors.
exact same.
Yep. She
Ooh,
did
I
the
love that.
exact yarn and colors. Because we looked on,
I love it.
We looked at her stash, and she didn't have 4 colors and then the inside is stripes.
Oh
So
my
there.
gosh.
She didn't have 4 colors that would do this effect. And so we went on webs on yarn.com, and they had it, and it was available, inexpensive.
What yarn is it? Because this is
So it's Rowan.
gorgeous.
It's Rowan Alpaca Classic, and it is alpaca and cotton. It's 57%
I knew it was
alpaca, 43% cotton. So Rowan
Cool.
Alpaca Classic. And it, wow, it feels great.
Yeah, it does.
She knit it. I picked up her provisional cast on. Do you see how many stitches there are? That's a lot of stitches. I picked up her provisional cast on and did the 3 needle bind off.
Okay.
So that's why I'm claiming
Yeah.
it is a slay for me. Because it
She
literally
did the
took,
knitting, you did the finishing.
Exactly. It took like
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
3 days of my available knitting time
Right.
to finish. Because the pickup,
Yeah.
so she used the right yarn. Like she used a dark green because it was the black that was the provisional cast on. She used a dark green, so because you want a color
Yes.
close in case some fibers are left behind.
But
when you
also
pull it
not
out.
identical.
Exactly. But I needed like a spotlight.
It
on
should have been like white.
Yes. But if it had been white, then you
It's worth
would
it.
have
It'll
the
wash
fibers. So, but she did an amazing job on it.
It's beautiful.
I have not blocked it. I wasn't
Really?
I know. I wasn't gonna block it
Because of the alpaca.
because of the alpaca, but I didn't know if the
it
cotton.
looks amazing though.
The cotton stretches out too.
Cotton
so I was
grows.
thinking I would just leave it.
I wouldn't. It doesn't need it.
It doesn't, does it?
I
It's
love it.
so fun.
It's very. I'm gonna make it.
I
I'm
know.
making it. That's amazing.
I know. And and it just, I mean, and then you can do it
Yes.
long.
But
like
I
this.
love the like pop of stripes.
Mhm.
Instead of a pop of color, it's a pop of stripes.
Exactly.
I love it.
And it's, I mean, I love the black and white.
Yeah.
I love these
I love
colors.
the caramel. I love the
Mhm.
blush pink. I love all of it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's so great.
There's something to be said for making the exact pattern. You know, it's like if you like it, go for it. You
And
don't
it-
have to like make it your own.
Somebody else
because
already
this
figured
might
it out.
be your own. You know, like this is totally your
Yeah.
mom too. Like,
Oh yeah.
totally her colors.
This will
I
be
love
great.
it.
So
Well, good job, both of you.
yes, thank you. So I had to show it off, and it's not like she was going to wear it anytime soon.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so yes, that's one of my sleighs.
Awesome.
Now the next sleigh is also for my mother. I finished the.
Did you make her knit any of it?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Because you said last time, I
Right.
think I'm going to let her finish it or whatever.
I didn't. But when we went to the Astros game, I took my Pure Joy to work on because I was finishing that up,
Okay.
and because it was more portable than this,
Mm-hmm.
and because I don't think I took socks. I think I took the Pure Joy, and she didn't have. She only had this
Oh.
to knit, and it was somehow bigger. She didn't want to bring it. I don't know why.
I'm like, that
Or
seems
maybe
like it would
she,
be great.
I know, but maybe she had finished it.
Oh, maybe.
And it was just in the. Oh, that's what it was. She didn't have very much left. She only had like 2 more rows left, and
Oh.
so she would have brought the whole thing
Yeah,
and
and knit
finished
2
it in the
rows,
first
yeah.
inning and been done.
That
So I'm like, oh, we'll bring the sweater
Mhm.
and knit
So
on
she
that.
knit some of it.
So she knit on this. This is the Oxygen sweater
It's
by
so cute.
Heidi Kermeyer. And I blocked it last night. I didn't even put it in the tub until like 7:30.
It's dry.
Yes. So I laid it out.
And this is what? Wait.
It's Allyn lace.
Yeah, so this could have not been dry.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you, it was
like
super wet. So I had it under the fan in here on a mesh thing all night. And then this morning about 8:30 when the sunshine hit my backyard, I took it all outside and put it in the sun, flipped it over a couple times, but it worked.
It looks great.
I tried it.
Yeah.
That tells you how hot it is here.
It's very hot. Girl.
But it was humid, so I thought it would maybe not dry, but
let me tell you, I am not reacting well to the heat because I was up in the amazing Indiana, Michigan weather, and coming back was really traumatic for me, and I'm not taking it well. It's awful.
It is.
At least I'm not having those hot flashes anymore, though.
That's true.
Now I'm just having normal hot because it's hot here.
It's just hot all the time. It's just hot. It's not in a flash.
Yes. Oh my God. Like it's horrible. Why do we live here?
Texas is awesome.
Is it? Sometimes.
I want to point out on the like opening part of the cardigan.
The button band or the
what would be the button band. It's beautiful.
It is really pretty.
And it lays flat. And it's the only thing is like I feel like on this one side I have some looser stitches at the transition, but I think that'll work itself out better when it's blocked again. I think.
What is it called when
blocked?
It's not a button band?
Edging. I think it's just edging. I know. I don't know. But it's
someone
literally
will tell us.
It's 4 stitches.
It's gorgeous. But in that fat Allyn yarn, it just gives that stitch definition is so.
It's wonderful.
It's really, really cute.
And what was great was I wanted to work on it while I was with my mom in North Carolina because I had her try it on.
Right, I was about to say, she's tiny.
Yeah. Well, and it just helped me get the right fit.
Yeah.
You know, the right length and the right length of sleeve.
Right.
It went so fast.
Like, I bet.
I'm like, let me knit some more Allyn weight sweaters. And it was her yarn that I was using.
I think you said last time, but I don't remember.
Where's
Debbie,
my bag?
No.
Oh, here it is.
What was
It's Debbie Bliss.
Okay.
Blue-faced Leicester.
Look, her bag. It's a baby and a mommy.
It's a baby. So, and these were from her stash, and I still have the swatch also. So
yeah.
But I based the size that I did off of wanting to use up all the yarn, and the size would fit her and not me because she's smaller than me. I think the reason I have leftover is that she's short-waisted.
So you didn't
I was
go
like,
as long as...
I was like 3 inches shorter than what the pattern called for. And you know, that's the beauty of a handmade sweater. You can make it to your body specifications. So,
cool.
So I think even if I had gone up a size, because I'm not short-waisted, I think even if I had gone up to my size, I would have run out of yarn. I chose the right size based on the yarn I had, but...
Yeah, that doesn't look like a whole...
No.
Because they're small.
Yes, I think...
they're like, what, 50 gram?
They're 50 gram balls. I think I got like an inch out of each ball.
Right, yeah. I was about to say, that's not like a whole other size worth of yarn.
Exactly.
You did good.
Yeah. So, you know, happy that's...
Perfect.
That's done.
And then you have one more?
I do. I have one more. So then, I'm like, finish up something you already have on the needles. Do not cast on again.
I really want to finish something, so
cute. I did more socks. And I think y'all saw the first one when I finished. No. When I started it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I started it.
I don't think so, because...
I hadn't finished them both.
What
I hadn't finished
is
one.
It?
This is Sesame from...
It's Mustache. I know it's Mustache, but I couldn't remember which one. Cute.
Yeah, super
those
cute.
Aqua stripes are the best.
Oh my God. Well, I made them bigger by accident.
Oh, no.
I didn't count my short rows right, and so I needed to stop with 19 short rows, and I did 21. So I ran out of yarn.
Oh no!
So
she uses the partial skeins. Don't freak out. If you had if you had a full skein, you'd be fine.
Yes, you'd be fine. And I think it was 44 grams. It wasn't even
less than a half. Yeah.
So I added the yellow cuff.
Oh,
I just went into my scraps and what color will fit? And it's not the exact as this yellow, but you would never know.
So do they fit?
They're a little big. They might go to somebody in the kingdom that has bigger
Let me
feet
try
than me.
them on.
Right.
What size do you wear?
8. So I think they'd fit like an 8.5.
I wear a 9. Not saying you have to give them to me, but they do fit a 9.
Okay, see, that's good to know. Now, that was the bigger one, because I also didn't make them exactly the same.
Okay, well now you're looking for a really specific person.
I know, right?
If you have 1 foot that's 8.5 and 1 foot that's a 9,
Right.
give us a ring.
Right. So, and
That's
the only way
hilarious.
I know that is because the stripes aren't in the exact same
Gotcha.
spot. And like I had to start the yellow earlier here.
Oh my God.
And here I got like a round of the brown before I did the yellow. So
Bless it.
I know. So this is now the second pair in a row that I've like.
Yeah, because the other pair, they were like
Had
kind of different
holes.
sizes, right? Is that your second full pair or your third?
My third full pair.
Full,
Yeah. But
So the first one was perfect.
Yes. Yes.
But even that one, didn't you have some like? I think this one's a little bigger or something. Or am I making that?
Yes, because I think my tension was different.
Yes,
between the
that's
two.
what it was. So
Uh-huh. I know. I'll get it right.
two at a
eventually.
time.
I'm
Those
like,
would be
crap.
hard to do 2 at a time.
They would be very hard
Yeah.
to do 2 at a time. But I think what I'm going to do, because the pattern is written, and it's a paid pattern. It's No Show Socks from La Maison Roulili.
Oui, oui.
I know, oui, oui, monsieur. So, I think what I'm going to do, the pattern's written for stripes using 2 different balls, like 2 different yarns.
Oh, gotcha.
To stripe 2 different
And
yarns.
you're using self-striping.
I'm using self-striping. I don't need the pattern written like that.
Mhm.
So I think what will help me is to condense the pattern down just
Yeah.
to the instructions that I need.
Yeah.
And then, and especially now that I know I only need 19 of the short rows, so I can just
Right.
put 19 of these instead of the way it's written.
Right.
And
Just totally make it your
right.
recipe.
Right. And then and have the instructions for the few things that I still have to look up. Because I
Right.
want to make more. A few more at least.
Yeah.
And it becomes a burden to have to pull out my pattern
Oh,
every
for sure.
time to look at the thing. So but
That's why I
did-
haven't made any yet, is because I hate making socks with a pattern.
It's an involved pattern. It's a great pattern. It's very well written. but
I'm
it's
gonna make
involved.
some because there's, it's like, it's not like a full big O sock
Right,
or whatever, but
right.
that's why I
Well-
keep hesitating, because I'm like, that's not what I'm here for with socks.
I know,
like
right?
not looking at a pattern.
That's your potato chip.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
But I want to make some because they are precious.
I did exactly what you said. As soon as I bound off that first one, I cast on the second
have
one.
to.
And if I hadn't, I don't think it would be
Yeah.
cast on right now.
Yeah.
Like
It's
that is the life
and
lesson.
it's the same with like sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
The minute, if you're doing sleeves one at a time, the minute you bind off that cuff, you better put that other one on the needle. It's a fact.
Well, and I did on that sweater, because I like to do 2 at a time. Plus, I wanted to manage my yarn. But the needle that I had was too short, and so I struggled through it for one
Yeah.
repeat of 15 rounds. And then I was
And then
like,
you put the
okay.
one on waist yarn.
Well, no,
Or-
I actually had 2 needles.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I would do is I would do one, because you would do 15 rows
So you,
and then
instead
an
of
increase.
2 at a time, that's called knitting concurrently.
Yes, that's what I did. So I would knit one 15 row repeat,
That's a good
do
idea.
the decrease, and then go do the other one, and I could stay
That's a
on
good-
that one
yeah.
to do the next
Right.
decrease. So I kept
That's a good
them
idea.
going,
I wonder if
because-
I might do that.
because I wasn't sure how long it would go, and it just
Right.
felt easier than taking notes.
For sure.
Because putting a tick mark is hard.
Notes are stupid. Okay, so you had 3 sleeves,
Yes,
and I
so
had
that's my
0, and it
sleeves.
feels really weird.
I know,
But
that
good
is
for you.
strange.
But I didn't have anything that was like almost done. Like I was starting, like casting on. Like I showed things last time, and that's all I knit was my 3 things that I took with me.
Yeah.
And I put in a lot of work. But so we'll go with the smallest first. So my sock, which I had,
Oh, it's so cute.
it's the best colorway
I love that.
in the entire world.
I thought that my Last Jedi
No.
was amazing. That is
This
so
mustache yarn, Ready Player One, and it's my favorite thing ever. Look at it.
Oh my gosh.
So I think I had done the
colors.
cuff and then just set myself up to have just stockinette.
Yeah, you had.
In the last episode. Look at it. Is that not? So I've basically got a whole color repeat done because it's back to my first color was the orange and it's right here. So that's a whole color repeat. Is it not gorgeous?
I love it.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. But obviously I didn't work on it a ton. Like this was literally just at the movie. We went to see a movie up there.
And a play.
And I went to see a play. I worked on it at the play. Stuff like that. Like out to dinner, you know, waiting for the food kind of thing. Like this was literally just when I just had a few minutes kind of knitting. That's my first whip.
Oh, okay.
So how many do you have?
I have 2.
Because I have 2 more. So you go ahead and go.
I think I have 2. I feel so disorganized.
It feels really, it's like we got to get back in the groove.
Yes. So I had shown that I started my everything shawl last time. And it's been in timeout a little bit.
Uh-oh. Is this your fail?
Yeah, it could be because I feel like
you had one, but
I know.
It's grown.
It's grown for sure. I am in the lace with the mohair lace section, which is gorgeous.
Yes.
And I love the purple. I love the colors. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
But
why is it in timeout?
Well, right now it's in timeout because I screwed something up in the lace and I can't figure it out. It's exactly the way the pattern says, but it's not lining up right. I'm like, it should have another yarn over right over these holes. I don't even know if y'all can see it. There's lace holes right there, and it should have 3, but my yarn overs are, well, I think I tinked it back. So you can't see, but the yarn overs were ending up over here. And I'm like, that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Interesting.
But if I do it exactly the way the pattern says,
it doesn't work out.
It shifts them over. But that's not the picture of the lace.
Right.
So
did you look for errata or anything?
Well, I downloaded it from Ravelry before I started, so it would have been updated.
I don't know.
So
yeah, and so anyway, when you're trying, I know what you mean about. It's like you're gonna have to sit and look at it and like figure something out, and so it makes you not want to.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's tempting. And then I had problems with the twisted rib. Like, I think I just wasn't reading it right, and so I ended up doing extra increases in different places. So I actually had to decrease when I got to the lace so that I'd have the right number of stitches.
It's really sounding like my birds of a feather.
Yeah.
When you have to correct things enough times, you get to where it's like, this is garbage.
I know.
You know, it doesn't. It looks great though, but I know what you're feeling. Like I don't see what you're seeing, but I know what you feel, and it's like I hate it. Like it's not right.
And then,
but it's.
I dropped a stitch.
Oh dang!
In the purple, like I did.
Okay, you know what I would do?
I
would rip out the mohair.
Yes, and just cut it and throw it away. Because I have a ton of this mohair.
Yeah, if you have a ton, then
I have a ton.
Otherwise, you could do the freeze trick.
But I was actually thinking about going back even to the twisted rib. I was doing that right. But I'm definitely not tinking this back or...
I was going to say completely rip out the mohair. Cutting it off works too. At least to the purple where you drop that stitch. Right. But if you already... just start over.
Because I feel like the first repeat of this mohair is right.
Yeah. Something got wonky.
But something isn't, and I don't think I can fix it, and I don't really want to figure it out.
Well, yeah. Honestly, sometimes just ripping back is easier for me than trying to fix something. Remember when I like dropped my hat or whatever?
Yes.
And it was like, I could sit here for like 18 hours and try to fix this, but I'm just going to rip out the crown. Like, I just can't.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the mohair out. So that's probably the fail I was thinking about.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But that's otherwise, I love it, and it's beautiful.
And you definitely know that at least you want to, like, keep going. Yes. You know, it's like you don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it. I want to keep going.
But you want it to be right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I would definitely rip it out.
I can't even figure out
to the river's edge.
Yeah, the river's edge part here.
It's great.
It's great. It's fine. Yeah. And I mean, the twisted rib didn't even take that long, but it would be nice to know that it was right. And I had to fudge so much every end.
See, when you're having to fudge that much, I start to hate it. Yeah.
So
you just need a fresh start on that one.
You're right. I need to cut out. I need to at least get this out. Get the mohair out.
Sure.
And I am going to cut it because I have
If you have enough, then yeah.
I
wouldn't bother with.
And watch, then I'll run out.
I'll be like.
But I will say, for my yarn management with this, I put my mohair in a ball sack I mean, it's not really a ball sack.
Yeah, but so it's not
sticking. And because I'm pulling from the outside, so it needs to be loose enough to move around. So.
That works.
Yeah. And
I've done that before with non-mohair yarn. So for sure, mohair is a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my hair is so flat, you guys. What is the deal?
I'm not going to comment because I think it looks cute.
But it's like,
so wait, I guess that was a comment.
But it was a nice one. Okay. For my next trick.
Yeah. For my next trick.
I put in so much work on this.
Oh, good.
Is this one of your whips?
No.
You didn't start yours?
I did not.
You stinker. Okay. No, it's fine. So this is my tarot tangle. Okay, and I think I was like, what?
Yeah.
Had I done?
You were in the pink and the gray.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. It's so precious.
It's so big. Okay, so I worked on this a ton. Okay, so I did the first lace.
I love it.
In the poisoned apple. This is all round table yarn. Then I did the fair isle, which this was my first flat fair isle.
Oh,
which
you had to purl.
I had to purl.
Oh.
And I got to it and I went,
how do I do that?
I've never done this before. I was thinking, fair isle. I love fair isle. It's my favorite. It's my go-to. And then I was like, oh, I've never done it flat. It was totally fine. Okay. It was completely easy.
It looks great. Your tension looks nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about it, but it looks really good on camera, actually. I think it looks better on camera than it does in real life.
I love your center decrease.
It's pretty sexy, right?
It is. I love how it has that hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And
it's not the annoying one.
It's gorgeous.
It's very easy.
Well, I'm going to find out about it when I start it.
Should I tell you? And then we can...
Okay, yeah.
It's my favorite one.
Oh. Yeah. That's so easy.
You don't need any of that. Hold the stitch marker in your mouth and do this and put it back. No, you don't need it. Look how good that looks.
That looks great.
And then you do more and more stitches, more and more stripes, and then at some point you stop increasing on one side, so you get this weird shape over here, and it moves your spine.
Are you changing stitch count or does it stay the same?
So your stitch count stays the same. It's just the amount on this side goes down and the amount on this side goes up. Right. And when I say this side, I mean of the center. This side of the center gets longer and this side gets shorter. But you keep the same stitch count, which is nice. So I'm starting, so there's this one final big 90 row lace. So I'm starting that. Cool. And then you just do a stockinette section of your first color. So it's just a big block of the gray, and then I'm done. So the lace is going to take a while because I'm on row 9 of 90. But
is it intuitive? Can you read it yet?
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah. It's it's your classic V's. Can't even see if it's on camera, but it's nothing crazy. It's not crazy complicated lace. It's good. So yeah, I'm loving it. The stripes were so great to just knit sitting by the lake, because it's just enough. Mm-hmm. You
had to pay attention
but
at certain
not a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
Nice.
Loving it. Look at all that.
That is a lot.
It's a lot. Especially considering there's lace and fair isle.
So you're finished with the pink.
I'm done with the pink. I brought it so I could show you. I have a half skein left. No more pink. I'm done.
Nice.
Terrell Dago by Caitlin Hunter.
So
Terrell Dago? I have no idea.
Dago.
I think it ends with
I don't know. I type every time I go to look at it, I type it wrong in Ravelry.
Terrell Dago.
And Ravelry corrects me. Did you mean this? So
I don't know how you say it, but it ends with an
O. Right. Well, I hacked my yarn.
Yeah, because that's one of the few texts we did, or you texted me about it.
Yeah.
And then you didn't start it.
I did not because I caked up the yarn. I only had to wind one because the other two colors were involved. But I took it with me and I showed it to my mom, and we were looking at it on Ravelry. And there's a thing on Caitlin Hunter's pattern page that says if you buy 4 of my patterns, you get one free. Like buy 3, get one free. Yeah. So I'm like, let me go look. So we were looking because I like her pattern. Even though I don't know if I've ever knit one from her.
And see, I think I did that deal when I bought Soldatna. I also bought Terrell Dago and something else. Or, I bought 4 patterns.
Okay.
Whenever. Because,
So we went and looked.
Or I bought 3 and got 1, whatever. Right. Whatever the deal is.
So we went and looked, and there were plenty. I had 8 in my favorites. Right. But as we're looking, my mom saw the Camp Wilkerson one and was like, oh, I want to make that. And, it would be great with navy and white. Picture.
I don't know that one.
It is, where I have a bag with it. Oh, here. It is an arrow. It's a rectangular arrow.
Oh, I do know that one because it looks a lot like the Suburban Wrap.
Yes, it does.
I've seen that at, where did I see that? I think I saw it when we were at the retreat, at Horseshoe Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Hill Country Weavers.
Hill Country Weavers.
I think I saw it in person. It's very pretty.
So.
And it is those same colors.
Yeah. Well, and my mom, she's like, oh, I do that in navy and white. And I'm like, oh, I have that navy, the deep, that I had just put back into my stash, deciding it needed to be a contrast neutral color for shawls, not one all on its own. So, and then I had white, because I had a ton of the white heritage sock from Cascade, from the blanket I decided not to make. And then, and I'm like, surely I can find another color. I can find the other 2 colors in my stash. So she got me all excited about that one. So, but all of it was back here at home.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have any of it with me. So that's what drove me on the socks. Okay,
get those done, and then you can.
Right. Yeah. I had the socks, and I had the my everything shawl. And so, or everything shawl. Is it my everything? The sweater I made was my everything.
Yes.
This is the everything shawl. So anyway, I had the shawl to be complicated, and I had the socks to be easy. So I had 2 projects I could work on.
Yeah.
I didn't need, I could wait until I got home. I didn't need to start the Terrell Dago and then want to start the Wilkerson.
Well, and Terrell Dago is going to be blue and white and caramel.
Right.
So it's do I need more than one?
Well, but they would be different because that would be royal blue, and this would
they're
be
different,
navy.
but they're also not that different.
I didn't even think about them being similar. Oh my god. So I waited until I got home, and
So now you've cast on.
I have
Camp
cast on
Wilkerson.
Camp Wilkerson.
Oh, cute.
And I've done a lot. So here are the colors that I chose to work with. I'll show you those first. So this is the deep from Madeline Tosh. Then this is Swan's Island, which I had purchased online when a store was going out of business. Where are all my cards? I had 4 of them. I don't know where they all went. It might have fallen out somewhere. But it's this light blue, hand dyed. So don't remember what the colorway is, but we'll
put it in the bottom.
Put it there. Okay, so I knew I was
will
doing
do it like I do any editing. We'll just do that. It's fine. No biggie. Get on that.
Sallie will do the show notes. It's okay. So that's
Pretty.
the white.
I love it.
So I knew these.
It's very nautical.
It is, right?
Ooh.
So then this is
I'm
what
getting
I chose.
ready to catch a ball.
I chose this. I took out the fragrance.
Yeah, the petals and picos.
Petals and picos. Oh, good memory.
Girl.
So
it happens once in a blue moon.
So these 4 colors are what, oh God, I can't hold them all. There, let me do this better. There.
Love.
That's what I chose. And so I was going to put the blue on the 2 sections close to the end. Have the blues together. Well, I mean, the blue is throughout.
Right.
And then have the pink be the one lace section in the middle. And then I just kept going back to the pattern to like print it out and look at, how are the stripes?
Color, yeah.
Right. And I just kept loving that gold color that's in the original. And I was like, I know I have some in here. I have some gold somewhere in here. Well, I couldn't remember, and it wasn't on my wall. I'm like, where's this gold? And it was because it was still in the bag for the Terrell Dago. And it's
so what are you going to use in your Terrell Dago?
Well, I don't know. I haven't decided which of these to use. So, because
both
they're
of them
different.
Would look really good. Yeah.
They would look so great.
It's a different vibe.
Like, this is a cute vibe, right?
Yeah, and this is like a classic.
This is sophisticated.
This is more nautical. If you want it, like but that's why I liked it in your Terrell Dago too, with the cobalt and the white.
I can always get more, right, Diane?
True.
I can always get more Suburban Stitcher.
True.
Salted
Did you
caramel.
not get? I thought you got it on DK. Why did I think you got it on?
I got it on Fingering because
I
Terrell
bought
Dago is.
Because I bought DK.
Well, the Camp Wilkerson is a DK pattern.
Is it?
So I thought about if I double this, it would be DK, right? If I double my fingering, or at least that's what the lady at the store told us. At one of the shops we were in. I came home and used my Wraps Per Inch tool. It's not. It's
what is it?
Bigger.
I was going to say it's bigger, right?
It's just a smidge bigger. I wouldn't say it's worsted, but it's not DK.
Okay.
So I went on Ravelry. Love Ravelry. Went on Ravelry. Lots of people have done it in fingering weight.
I was about to say, because a lot of people have, all these sock weight that they want to put together.
So I couldn't really, there weren't enough notes in people's about how many stitches they cast on or any changes they made. So what I decided was I wanted it to, because if I use 4 skeins of yarn, that's 1,600 yards. That's pretty close to what the starting point shawl was.
It was 5.
Yeah, but we didn't use all of a couple of them. Because it's 1,750 yards on the pattern page.
Really? I could have swore it was like 2,200.
It's 1,750.
Boy, it felt like 2,200.
Because I took a lot of notes on what I did on what starting point was 1,780.
Really? I would have swore it was bigger.
On the, but that's what it is on the pattern page.
Okay.
I looked at what the dimensions were supposed to be. This one was supposed to be 19 inches wide, and according to the pattern on Hohies, on starting point, it's supposed to be 26 and a half inches wide. Mine's 19 inches wide.
I was about to say mine's not.
Right.
No way.
It's the same size needle though. Like for the DK, she said use the size 6.
Okay.
On starting point, we used a size 6, and I liked the material on the starting point. So I'm like, so I could just leave it size 6. So then I made the mistake of not measuring my starting point before I cast on. So I added 30 extra stitches to this, and I think it's going to be too wide.
It is pretty wide.
I know it's an arrow.
And it's going to grow with blocking too.
And so then what I did, so much went into preparing for this. So then I went
just done your Terrell Dago. Kind of killing me a little bit.
I know.
You create all this work for yourself.
I know, but I've got it in my head. Like, this
I do love this.
Look like. Okay, so then I decided the way to figure out how many rows to do for each section, because it's just sections.
Right.
Was I was going to go by weight. So I figured out that with the navy, the beginning section is twice as many in the pattern, it's twice as many rows as the smaller stripes through it. So that counts as 2. Each stripe would be 1.
Okay.
So I counted how many of those are, weighed my yarn, divided that out, knew how many grams I could use in each section.
Stay in school, guys. Because you're going to need it. You're going to need that math.
Right.
Even if it's just for your crafting life. Oh my God.
And then this section, there's only 2, so I could split that in half.
Okay.
The white, I split up, however many. But realistically, the white, I have a ton of white. Like, I have 4 things.
You have a lot of white.
I've got a lot of white.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried about running out of this yarn. And then the middle section is just to use the whole thing.
Okay.
So I didn't have to know anything for that. So then I had to look at the lace section to make sure that I would have the correct number of stitches. So I knew it was the 5 stitch repeat with like plus 20 or something like that. Anyway, so weighing and knowing how much here, I think this is almost the size of what the other stripes are supposed to be. It might be a little thick. So I think I'm going to run out. This is already a quarter of, I would only get twice as much more here, maybe.
Gotcha.
And I think that it's going to end up being really short and fat. And I realized this yesterday when I was about here. But I just kept going. I didn't have any other knitting. Yeah. And I'm like, well
whatever. I mean, what's a little more?
Right.
So you think you're going to work it out?
I think I am.
Okay. It's really pretty, though.
I think I'm going to go back.
I love the blues together.
I know, I do too.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that a lot.
And I love the tonality of that.
You want to like the finished project because,
And I was trying to convince myself, lay it out in the arrow point and be like, well, it's not going to be the full width because it's not this.
Right.
But no, I think it does need to come out. And it went
only because
really
I feel like the size would be great, but you don't want to run out of yarn.
And I don't want it to be short.
Right. I wouldn't mind it being too wide,
right.
But I would mind it being wide and short.
Right. So, when I measure it, it's probably about 24 inches wide, even with the arrow.
Instead of
19, which I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit wider than starting point. And what's interesting
not at the expense of running out of yarn.
Starting point cast on 40 more stitches than Wilkerson, and I didn't go up. I went up 30 stitches and not 40, and it is coming out way wider than starting point. So I don't know the difference between the. I don't know if it's because starting point went that way. Because you start small and increase to the triangle, so starting point's going this way. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
it's a conundrum.
Yeah, so it's gonna come out.
That's a bummer. That's a lot of knitting, but
you know what?
I get it.
It was 3 days.
Yeah.
I just happened to.
And you learned something. So it's not a complete waste.
Exactly. And I'm just gonna keep knitting.
That's right.
So
I mean.
But so now, I finished the socks. I have this on the needles, and I literally have nothing I can work on right now. I've got to rip this out. I've got to rip out the other one. I have nothing that, I can
everything
just
needs
pick up and go.
Surgery. This needs to be reconfigured.
I know. So I better hurry up and rip this out.
Yeah, and restart that.
Because this will start faster than the everything.
Yeah.
But we had.
That sucks. I hate that when it's
I know.
That's why I always have a vanilla sock tube.
I know. Yeah, I was tempted to cast on more socks, but.
Yeah. All right.
So, but if anybody has an opinion.
On the pink or the. I vote the pink only because I was really excited about your Terrell Dago.
I know.
Being the cobalt white and caramel.
I am much more of a colorful person than a sophisticated person.
I mean, truer words have never been said about either one of us. We're more into like being
We're flashy and showy.
flashy rather than like classy.
Yeah, flashy versus classy.
Yeah, I'll pick flashy anytime. I actually really do
That's
like.
our title.
I do like classy.
We're not we're flashy, not classy.
Know thyself, knitter. I think you'll be fine either way. They both color combos look good.
I know, but man, so now
Save the
I've
classy
decided,
for the Terrell Dago.
but I don't think it will be classy because it's so royal blue.
I like it though.
I know, I do too.
Really do like
But now I feel like here's what's happening. I feel like I've learned some really good like base colors, neutral colors that I like. I love this navy deep.
I love navy.
I love it. I love this salted caramel. I mean, this is Madeline Tosh navy or deep. This is salted caramel from Suburban Stitcher. And I feel like I can put either one of these colors in a project as the neutral color and it will be gorgeous.
Yep.
So it's nice to know that, like to have that in my back pocket that,
I love them.
you know, so.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So I have one more.
Okay.
And I'm really excited.
And I don't know what it
I'm
is.
excited. Okay, this got another. Both the Terrell Dago and this both got a ton of work. The socks just got a little bit. But look.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
Look at my sweater. So I bound off the body last night. So I just need to. Anyway. So I just have to go back and do sleeves and a neckline.
Oh my gosh. I wish you could see it in person. It's so fluffy and pretty.
It's so fluffy.
It is so fluffy.
So, I am also short-waisted, like your mother. But I am a member of the Big Titty Committee. So I wanted to make like a crop, but not, excuse me. Didn't want it to be like cropped like my soldotna is literally like just below, like it's a bra, okay? I wanted it to be like cropped as in like
at your
it
waist.
Goes to my waistline. So the pattern says to knit from the underarm 5.5 inches. So I put on my try it on tubing, put it on the needle, tried it on. That literally was like, I was like, okay, no,
Right.
no. And so, and then it says for regular length, knit whatever, 8.5 inches. Well, I ended up going to like 9 inches, and it's still pretty cropped. I think it's because of my boobs.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, it will grow a little but not a ton.
No.
So
I feel like it grows. Yeah, I guess it grows.
I mean,
both
like I
ways,
could
but-
make it go this way if I wanted to with the blocking, but still, like, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep trying it on, and so I did. And so you do come back. This neckline is like huge right now.
It is.
Literally, when I tried it on, it was a shoulder. But so it's on provisional yarn, and you go back and you pick that up, and then you knit, a neckline. So I definitely, it's white.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you can tell the difference, but wow.
Did I not tell you that, like, I brought this to cast on at knitting one Friday morning, and I was like, it's a provisional cast on. I didn't bring a crochet hook. I didn't bring yarn. And so I think Lisa let me borrow her yarn. So I didn't have a choice on color. And I think it's fine.
It'll be fine.
And it was, I want to say it's like a
It looks like a cotton.
So that'll make it easier too. It's fine. So it's on provisional yarn, and you come back and pick it up and make like not a huge neckline, but basically you just kind of add and
it'll cinch it.
It'll suck it in, but it's still going to be very boaty.
Boaty.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm pretty excited. It feels amazing on.
I love how the speckles turned out.
Yes. So this is March Hare. Suburban Stitcher March Hare in single sock and mohair held together.
Love it.
Look at that mohair. Oh my god, I love it. It's a joy to knit. It's on a size 10 needle.
Oh my gosh, I
So
know.
it's just,
that Aran weight was 10 and a half.
It flies.
Mm-hmm.
It grows so fast.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a great weight for here. To be loose and open.
So I did like 9 inches on the body, and then you do an inch of ribbing at the hem. So so all I have to do now, I have to decide if I want to do sleeves or neckline for, but so That's on waist yarn. That's on waist yarn. That's on provisional.
What length are your sleeves?
So you could, I don't know. I don't know I don't know what I'm going to decide on the sleeves. I kind of like them.
Because don't they go down
ways.
and they're kind of blousy?
Yeah, well, the pattern has them kind of like,
oh.
3/4.
Okay.
But you could do whatever. And I have, so I didn't run out of my first ball of either yarn until literally like right there.
Wow.
Like this whole thing is basically one skein of
so if you made it the regular length,
I have plenty of yarn. I could make them like leg length if I wanted to.
Right.
So I'm just gonna, I kind of am tempted to do the neckline first, so then I can try it on and it's actually gonna be hitting the right spot when I try on for my sleeve length.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still have tons. I mean, I have plenty to do.
So cute.
Sleeves. So yeah, I just got that body bound off last night.
Oh my gosh.
And I haven't like woven
You
it.
have done some stockinette this
Yes,
summer.
and this was great. Like so you just have a little bit of like, shaping and lace, and then you get to split for the sleeves and just stockinette, and it was so good.
You're making me want to do one out of La Boheme.
So good. I love it. I love the color.
I might want to try it on when you finish. I do want to try it on when you finish it.
I will say it's going to be boxy width, which I think with the mohair, it's just like, I'm tempted to go like full long sleeve.
Yeah.
Just because it's like,
like so cozy.
Yeah, as it's 100 degrees. But winter's going to come. I'm confident.
Right.
It will be cold here eventually. So yeah, I love everything about it.
Yeah.
Except that I had to keep knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
It's my hair mixed with mohair.
Oh my gosh. Gross.
Yeah, so the pattern says, and then so you do the body length and then you do like a short row in the back to make the back longer. The pattern said for cropped body, 5.5 inches from the underarm. That literally barely went over my boobs.
Right.
For regular length body, knit 8.5 for my size. And yeah, I want to say I did at least 9.5.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know what's up with that. But I love it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And I'm super glad for that try it on. Because you cannot tell. You cannot tell just by looking.
And you can't hold it up.
You can't hold it up. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
So super into it. Cannot wait to.
Now, when you bought your try-it-on tubing, did it come in different sizes so that you could put it on a bigger needle? I thought it was skinny.
It is, but you know what? It actually works better with the bigger than it did. Remember when I was using it for the lace weight?
Oh, and you couldn't. It was hard to get. It
was hard to get the yarn. The yarn would catch. So what you do is here's my needle. There's the tube. Okay, it's clear. And you just kind of shove it on there, and then see it doesn't. Like it sticks really good. Like,
oh yeah, you really.
I mean, I really have. So I mean, I don't go crazy trying on my sweater.
Right.
I am gentle.
Yeah.
As gentle as I can be. I'm kind of a bull in a china closet. But then honestly, even if this end gets to where I've stretched it out, just cut it off.
Oh right.
They've got plenty.
Right.
So I could just literally cut off a 1/2 inch and then it's like a brand new unstretched.
Right.
So this was great because that yarn just slid right over it just to give you more space. And then, you have like this much of it hanging out the back of your sweater. But yeah, so you just put it on on your needle, both needles, and then you just let the stitches come over the tubing.
And relax.
And come to their full size instead of being on like a 30-inch, cable. That is not going to fit. And so then I just tried it on. I mean, and you have, it's not pretty. You kind of feel like a hospital patient because you got tubes and you got to hold your bag with your balls in it. Got to bring your balls with you to the mirror, like it's not like super cute, but it's very helpful. What? It's the real yarn balls.
Yes,
small balls, big stack. That's why everyone's watching that last episode.
Oh yeah.
They're like, what's up with that title?
I know.
So yeah, try it on tubing, and you could literally buy this at like probably like an aquarium store. It's literally just tubing. Like,
Yeah, it's just.
But
wait, I will say, because I went to a hospital supply store where they do all the walkers and stuff. And oxygen tubing is one, but I don't think it's as small as that. I think and I don't think it's as flexible. So Sallie's right. Just
I mean, honestly,
tubing.
This is 2 yards of tubing. Tubing works with straight, circular, or double point knitting needle sizes US 2 to 8. Well, these are a 10.
Right. So
and I also use them on like a 1. So, yeah.
Maybe not a 15.
Probably, it would be hard. So I apparently got this on Machine Knitting to Die For, DYE.
I think you got it on Etsy.
I don't know. There you go. Phone number and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Like, it has really saved me on at least 2 sweaters. So I love it. See? Like, I had to really pull. And like, you can see that that it's getting a little stretch from being shoved onto that, but again, just cut it off.
Yeah.
You have 2 yards of tubing. You only need a yard, if like max.
Right.
So anyway, there's my little tip, and I'm like super excited to get the next step done on that.
You could have it finished by the next time.
It will be finished by the next time, 'cause I'm super into it. Yeah.
And the neckline won't take long. The hardest part is going to be picking up all those stitches.
Yeah, and and they're provisional, so you can kind of unzip it if you did it right, which we shall see. It's not, and it's just a little ribbing neckline. Like, I guess you maybe go up like maybe 1 row. I don't know why I'm showing you this horrible, but it's literally just a ribbed. Yeah, it won't take hardly any time at all. And again, you're on a size 10 needle, so those sleeves should not be. I mean, I want to do full length, but I should be done. I feel like I'll be done.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
So that's my width.
Yeah, because those sleeves from my mom. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah.
And we did full length. So
yeah.
There you go. Okay, that's all I have for whips too.
That's all I have for whips. And I have, even though it was my birthday, and I was out of town, and I usually go to the 2 yarn shops in Fort Wayne, I did not. So I have 0 trophies. Well, that's not true. I have 1, but it's for both of us.
Oh.
Let me do it really fast, and then you can do your huge pile. So Lisa, who went to camp, Camp Wool Slayers, our knitting retreat that we hold in South Texas in May, she gave us a present.
Aww.
Says to Allyn Sal.
Thank you, Lisa.
And so, and it's very cute. She gave this to me before I left for my trip. But I haven't seen you.
I know.
So, that's yours.
Oh my gosh.
It's little stitch marker.
Did she make these?
No, she ordered them.
I was going to say.
Yeah. And I don't know.
It's a s'more.
Yes, for camp. Get it?
It's a s'more, y'all.
Okay, mine's a campfire.
How can I know.
They have faces.
Hold on. It's going to focus.
I think it's pretty much, it's there. Cute.
Super cute. Oh my god.
That's my only trophy.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Let me
just
see.
So tiny.
It is. That is so clever and thoughtful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Lisa.
I know. This is very sweet.
I know. I feel like these are the ones, like, I have a few that I'm like, I can't actually use
I know,
these.
they're too cute.
I need to, like, have some way to display the one.
Tissue paper if you want to wrap it up.
Yes.
So you don't lose it. Yeah.
Make it bigger.
Thank you. I thanked her in person.
Oh.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. Oh, so exciting. You know, I haven't made it to knitting once this summer, and I was bound and determined I was going to go to knitting. Because I'll take my kids and make them unhappy. I don't care.
It's not, the kids have a great time.
My kids haven't been in so long.
The kids have
Who
fun.
knows?
The kids have a fun time.
Yeah.
I
know.
I just literally have to write it down on my calendar. And be
it's on my calendar. It is a recurring appointment on my calendar. And every time I'm like, nope, can't go. Nope, can't go.
I mean, I haven't been but I haven't been here. So I'm going to go this week.
Oh, I'm trying.
I'm going to go on Friday.
I'm trying. I still have it on my calendar.
Do or do
for
not.
Friday.
There is no try.
There is no try. I know. Okay, I
My
have
husband
trophies.
loves it when I say that. He's like, God, you're so hot. You gotta marry a nerd, because you know what?
That's right.
They
I did
just-
not marry a nerd.
Yeah, you gotta marry a nerd, because then they're like, oh my God, you just quoted Star Wars. You're so hot. I'm like, I know.
I did not marry a nerd. Okay, so my mom and I, we did do a little shopping. My mom's sister has no kids, but she wanted to go see Toy Story 4, and she was with us in
It
North
was so
Carolina.
cute.
So she borrowed my kids to go see
Oh, you
Toy
didn't
Story
get to
4.
see it?
No,
It's
but
cute.
it's okay because I haven't seen 2 or 3.
I enjoyed it because it's a romance.
Oh,
It's a toy romance.
that's what they did tell me about it.
Yeah.
They're like, but we don't want to ruin it for you. I'm like, probably
It's
not
Toy
going to watch
Story.
it.
The
Yeah.
third one, you really need to see the third one.
I know, but
so
it's
good.
gut-wrenching, isn't
It's
it?
great. It ends happy.
Okay, well, they all cried in this one, so.
It's adorable.
So-
But the third one is gut-wrenching, but it ends happy. So
Yeah, happily ever after, you gotta have it.
Yeah.
So what my mom and I did was we went into Asheville, and they went to the movies. We dropped them at the movies, and we just drove like 15 minutes to like old downtown Asheville. And there were 3 on Ravelry and Google. There were 3 shops within like 4 blocks of
Nice.
each other. I know. I'm like, how is that sustainable?
Right.
And Houston doesn't even have one. So we went to the first one, Pearl's Yarn Emporium, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was really cute. They had, oh my gosh, I'm going to put pictures here because I wanted to put them on Instagram. In their windows, they had taken sock monkeys, like little tiny sock monkeys, and had them in vignettes like they were at knitting group.
Oh my God.
And so they were knitting, and they had little captions above them.
I love it.
And I mean, it was adorable. And there was one of the comments on one of them said something when pigs fly. So then in the other
Oh my
window,
God.
there was a knit
pig.
pig flying. And then another sock monkey saying,
Someone had a
"Oh."
lot of fun with that, and I love
know.
that.
And they had all kinds of like cute things like that around the store.
Oh, cute.
It
Okay.
was great. So I found Neighborhood Fiber Company, which is out of Baltimore, because Liz Zimmerman just went
I was like,
in.
why do I know that?
Yeah, that was her home yarn company. So I
Pretty.
bought 2 skeins because that's all they had. And I've gotten to where if I see 2 skeins of fingering weight, I feel like I should buy both because it expands what I can do with. Because I make bigger. If I buy one, then I have to put it with something or make a small shawl.
Right.
And
this one, like, what? I mean, you could put this with something, but
I could.
I feel like together with each other, it could be something really awesome.
Right. Next. Oh, NEKST? I don't.
Like, thank you, next.
I don't know.
But, like, spelled weird.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's cute.
So it's their Rustic Fingering, which is it's a single ply, which I don't always get single ply.
Yeah, I love
Yes.
that.
And I love that it's navy.
Yeah, navy, gray, and lime green.
Yeah.
I love navy and lime green.
Yeah. So it's 100% superwash merino. It's 475 yards to 4 ounces. Man, I'm converting to metric. I only know 100 grams. So I'm not exactly sure how much there is. But I have 2 skeins of it. And it spoke to me. I'm like, I gotta get it.
475 yards.
So it feels like that would be 100 grams, right?
Yeah.
But 4 ounces.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So then we
Really
went
cute.
to the other 2 places. One was more, it was very, like they had anything and everything that you would need for spinning and weaving.
Oh.
So they had lots of yarn on cones, and it was huge.
Yeah.
It felt like going into the REI of knitting because it was
Whoa.
so much equipment.
Right.
And like not a cute yarn store, local yarn
Right,
store,
right.
you know? It was more like
It's hard to be cute when you've got like walls of
right.
wheels.
Like, yes,
Yeah.
it was much more, but I was really
It's like Home Depot.
Yes, that's what it was more like. It was more like Academy or Home Depot, foot of yarn.
Yeah.
And so we didn't get anything there. They did have some, like they had one small area that was like regular yarn. But yeah, it was all cones and stuff. I was kind of hopeful that I could get a Nitty Knotty because I still want a Nitty Knotty. They had them, but they had like the Kromsky. They had the mass-produced ones. And I kind of have my heart set on getting one that's like handmade. Because I feel like we go to all these festivals.
You need to go antiquing in Indiana because they are all over the place.
Oh, I should have told you. Next year, get me one.
Okay.
Please.
Or I'll like be like, what about this one?
Yeah. Because I feel like they're a hand turned kind of thing. That surely.
That's how I am. I want a Nostipin.
Yes.
But I don't want
a Kromsky.
like a $10 brand new one. I want an antique one.
Right.
Because I don't need one.
Yeah.
If I get one, I want it to have a story.
Right. Yeah, that's what it is too.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the idea of like having something unique, and I like the idea of it being like supporting a maker.
Or an antique shop.
Yeah, or an antique shop.
Little mom and pop. They have really cute antiques.
Yeah.
Up in where I go in Indiana. Lots of little shops.
So yeah, keep me
I'll
in
look for
mind.
you. Okay.
Because
you have to wait a year.
I know, right? Well, you'll find your Nostipin and my Nitty Knotty.
Okay.
At the same time.
All right.
So then, after that, we went to another place. It was kind of like in a little mall. And it was, they had a ton of finished items.
Oh, that you could buy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Like felted hats and stuff like that. And that's what they started out as, like made in Asheville kind of store. And then they started carrying some of the yarns that people used in those projects. So it was all kind of mass-produced commercial stuff. They did have a good bit of hand spun, but none of it really spoke to me. Because, I love some barber pole, but
yeah.
So I didn't get any of that.
Okay.
And then on our way back from the movie, we made them go with us. Because we were staying in Candler, North Carolina, which is about 20 minutes outside of Asheville. And right on the Candler-Asheville border is this store called Friends and Fiber Works. Oh my gosh. We were there for like an hour. The owner was there, and she's a teacher. Like, she's a full-time, she works in the public schools as a secretary to the principal. And but she used to own a farm that had sheep, I think. And so they started a shop when they owned this farm. Well, they don't have the farm anymore, but the shop was so successful that they kept it going.
Cool.
It was huge, like sofas in the middle of the space. Then they had another back space that had tables, and she had one entire wall with Malabrigo and pictures here. And she says she orders Malabrigo every week. Like, she just has a standing order. It comes in, and and she had it. I mean, just everything. She had everything, and was so nice, and talked to us all about, like, we were like, how can this small town support
like a hot town too? Like, I mean, I guess it gets
cold in the winter.
Yeah,
and it was chilly at night. It was like 60 at night.
Yeah.
But I mean, how?
And I've been to large yarn shops and did not love it. So it sounds like this lady's doing it right.
Yes.
Because I usually don't like a big yarn shop.
Well, she had it organized very well.
That's important.
Oh my God, so important. So she had, like, her wall.
The pictures are great. Like, I saw the picture. I think you posted a couple on our Instagram.
Oh yeah, that was Yarnia.
Oh, that's not this place?
No.
Okay.
That's Yarnia in Nacogdoches.
Oh, okay.
Which we've been in their booth at DFW Fiberworks.
Yes.
Amanda Hope Yarn is the
Okay, well, I'm excited
yarn.
to see these pictures then.
It was, I took a picture of the wall of Malabrigo with my mom in front of it because it was like super tall and really long.
Mom for scale.
Yes, exactly.
She had to be holding a banana for scale.
Right. But she had it laid out really well.
Nice.
So, like, you could go down the whole
amazing.
line of Malabrigo, and it was like, it started with the lace and got chunkier and chunkier.
I love that.
Then she had the hedgehog fibers. Then she had Madeline Tosh. And then she had, coming down this way, it was like standing things that had stuff. And then like on this wall over here, she had like the linen, and it was laid out really well. Like,
awesome.
I wasn't overwhelmed by it.
Okay.
And she was just so nice.
Right.
So like we were quizzing her, like how are you? And she said they have really great local people that come in a lot, because there's like 3 stores between the Pearl Yarn Emporium in Asheville, this one, and then another one that's just down the road. There's 3 stores.
That's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, Houston, I have 1.
Not bitter though.
No, not at all. And so she said that she does a lot on Amazon. She said that she thinks that it's really hard for a local yarn store to make it if you're not selling online. So I thought that was really interesting.
I've bought like Cascade on Amazon, and I wonder if that's why what's it called?
Friends and Fiberworks.
I wonder if that's who I bought it from.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Because, I mean, if she puts all that Malabrigo on there, she's got to have people snapping it up.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I don't think I've ever looked for Malabrigo on Amazon.
I haven't either. Well, it's because I don't typically buy online.
Yeah, but if you know, like with the Cascade, like
right.
I knew exactly I need more gray or whatever. And so I just typed in Cascade. But it makes me wonder what other yarns, like if you know what color you want.
I know. Like, could I find Madeline Tosh Deep?
Right.
I know.
Interesting.
So I bought 2 skeins of Madeline Tosh.
And what color is that? Because that is fun.
It is. It's kawaii.
That's very fun.
It is so fun. I love all the colors in it. I love this hot pink. God, backwards. This hot pink right here.
And then
the blues.
Right there.
Yeah. So
that turquoise. Oh, it's really cute.
And it's in the Tosh sock. So it's not a single ply. It's plied.
It's very cute.
And did
you get 1 or 2?
I got 1. And I don't know why. I don't know why with this I felt like I needed to buy 2. And I think maybe because it's more of a variegated. I don't know. Like there's color all over, whereas this feels more speckly.
Yeah. I don't know.
I thought, like
I do feel like 2 of this would be a lot. Yeah. But for some reason that is lime green and I don't feel the same way. I don't know.
Right.
But I get it.
But I think it's because this is easy to pick up a color in here and contrast with it. Whereas this, I could see doing something with all out of this.
Yeah.
So, and then
it makes sense to me.
I got is called Grace Notes.
I love that.
And it's a gray base. It's a little darker than it's showing on there. Well, maybe not. And then it has just the speckles of different colors that I love.
Yeah.
And it's Tosh sock also. And
fun. Very fun.
These 2 from that store, which was awesome. I mean, we had so much fun. It was really hard for like Zane fell asleep. We were there so long.
He did.
In one of the chairs.
Oh.
And because they had nice comfy chairs.
That's so cute.
And then and Cade and my aunt played Scrabble on the phone the whole time. But they were so patient, and they were great. So then
you're like, we should have gone here without the kids, because you could really spend some time.
I know.
An hour's pretty good though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Then but it was the kind of place like we would have stayed in it.
Right.
Like,
right.
If we had time waiting for them to get out of the movie, we would just stayed in it. And then right as we're leaving, my mom starts talking to one of the other ladies about what she's knitting, and she's knitting Birds of a Feather, which my mom was finishing her second Birds of a Feather. I know, don't say it. I know. So my mom's on her second Birds of a Feather. So my mom ran out to the car and got it and took it in, and they were talking Birds of a Feather. So in fact, I think she just bound it off last night. I know she got to the...
Good job, Phil.
I know. Way to go. It looks good, too.
I'm sure it does.
So then one of the days, we went whitewater rafting. And I was strategic about when I asked them to go places with us because,
well, yeah,
it's their vacation, too. So, but I could not pass up the opportunity because... on our way back, because whitewater rafting was like an hour or 45 minutes away. We had to drive to it, but on our way back, we could go right by a fiber mill.
Ooh, fun.
I know. It's Echo View Fiber Mill. We had like 30 minutes before they closed. We got there at like
gosh.
5:30, I think, and they were closing at 6.
Wow.
We didn't really leave till 6:15. I know. But we got there, and there was only one person who was kind of manning reception and the lobby area, and it is gorgeous. It is I think the building was built in 2012. And it's a LEED certified building, which means it's LEED, which stands for something environmental design. And so it's designed in a way to use materials that are sustainable, to be high efficiency, and it just was gorgeous. So we went in, and they have all their available yarns in this little area, and it's like they have all these weavings, like wall weavings,
cool.
that looked really neat and trendy. And so we're looking at all the yarns, and they're gorgeous. And because when we got there, she's like, "Oh, and we have, and you can, when you go upstairs, you can look down on the mill floor, and we have some sale items up there." Well, we didn't want to be like, "Let's go to the sale." Clearance! Whoosh.
Throwing bows, get to the clearance.
We're the only ones there, yeah.
I met your mom.
Right.
Elbow your mom.
Right. So we did our...
You tried to act like that wasn't what you were really into.
But it was
cute.
It was good to
cute.
see everything they carry. So then we did go upstairs, and the mill wasn't operating because, again, 30 minutes before they closed. But it was neat to see everything.
Yeah.
And the kids and my aunt stayed in the car.
Oh, gosh.
I know. They're like, "No, thank you." So we get up there, and there's like a pretty big section of bins of some yarn was unmarked, and it was just like in here, various fibers, $5, and so we just had to
choose your own adventure.
Right. And based on what we had seen downstairs, I think they were all they only had like one line that had acrylic in it, or had a tencel in it. So it's probably good that we were rushed to get out of there, because we realized 5 minutes to 6, like, oh, we got to get up there. And she's like, "Oh, it's fine. My ride's not here yet anyway." And we're like, "Okay, great, thanks." So we're up there, and it was, if I'd had more time, I would have just bought more yarn. So they had a navy.
Love that.
And I think it's an alpaca merino blend. But it doesn't match any that they had on the showroom floor. And so we actually bought 4 of these. My mom kept 2 of them. So I don't know. I'll have to use my wraps per inch tool.
You'll have to.
Because they're unlabeled.
Cute.
Then this is a bulky, and I think this is 100% merino. And I just...
it's way brighter than it's showing up.
Yeah. I just really liked the golden color. It looks mustardy on the screen.
It's for sure way more gold than... It's almost coming off like buttery, and it's not.
And so
that's the same color, but in the different...
Right. So this is the bulky, and this is
worsted. Cool. I love seeing the difference.
I know. And there was just something... I love this twist on the bulky.
I love the twist on that. Yes. So, I had already been like, oh, I really like the bulky.
And I think I could make...
It looks good in this, too, which I know you're going to show next.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, my God. Look how good it looks.
Right. So I could see making a hat out of it, or...
Look how good I look, though.
I know. Your hair is gorgeous.
What just happened? I'm going to hold this yarn here the rest of the show. Hey, girl. Like, all of a sudden, the lighting just like...
I know. It went softer in the background or something.
I look like an angel next to this yarn. Yeah. And that's your plum color that you're obsessed with.
That's my plum color.
Seriously, I can't get over it. It's like one of those ring lights all of a sudden just went...
It's like a filter.
Yes.
A Snapchat filter.
Oh my God.
So anyway,
cool.
I would go back to that fiber mill just to see it in operation.
That would be very cool.
Because it was big. I mean, it was bigger. I'd say it was 3 times the size of Independence fiber mill, and that was interesting.
Yeah,
to see.
for sure.
Yeah, it was
way cool.
and just gorgeous. It was one of those places
that everything is pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everything
Look
is
at
just
that dirt.
cool.
That dirt is so stinking majestic. I know. I'm the way up north.
Yeah.
The people who live there are like, it's northern Indiana. And I'm
Right.
like, look at the trees, you guys. Look at these trees. They're trees. I'm like, but they're so tall.
And they're
Because
so pretty.
I live in Texas. And yeah.
Right.
So it's just, yeah.
Perspective. I know.
Yep. Well, that sounds amazing.
So-
I've never been to North Carolina or South Carolina or any of those places.
The Southeast.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to Florida.
Right.
And I've been to New York.
Mm-hmm.
All in between, I've never been there. I have only been to like Memphis.
Oh,
and
yeah.
after that, like anything east, I
Uh-huh.
haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That whole section
Yeah.
of the country.
But so they're really close to SAF, the Southeast
Mhm.
Southeast America Fiber Festival. They're not far from Miss Babs.
Ooh.
I know, right? But she doesn't do retail.
I know.
And they have and my mom wasn't aware of SAF. I had heard of SAF
Yeah.
because Miss Babs goes to it.
Yeah.
I
I don't know why I've heard of it, but I've heard of it too.
Isn't Diane going or something? I think that was on the list of ones she was
Maybe.
going to attend. But anyway, my mom, so the yarn store was telling us about it and had a card for it. And my mom's like, oh, birthday trip, because it's right at her birthday. And, October's the same for us. I'm like, well, not this year. But so that's on the list to go to.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be lots of fun. And then in that area, they do a yarn crawl.
Oh.
And it's like Black Mountain Fiber Works is one. I mean, just
Yeah.
there's like 10 of them. And I'm like, again, how?
I know.
So
That's crazy.
I know. Houston is the 4th largest city
But it's
in
hot.
the country.
It's hot, y'all.
Doesn't matter.
It's way harder than here.
There's knitters.
There are knitters.
So, anyway.
Yeah, that is
it's
interesting
just-
though.
Yeah.
That's why Modern Skating's so awesome. I mean, yeah, you have to drive, but
Yeah.
if you live in Houston, at least it's a really awesome yarn shop within driving.
It's worth the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think she sells online.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah, and that's Modern Skating gets. I mean, they get the indie dyers that like you don't know. Like I feel like Madeline Tosh. If somebody says they have Madeline Tosh, I'm gonna look at their stuff every time because it's different what every place gets.
Right.
And I'm chasing my unicorn of Blue Nile and Deep. Like I'll just buy more of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a little plug for Modern Skating. I do love that shop.
Yeah. And they're super
You're
nice.
right. Like Houston just doesn't. So how far outside of Houston is Modern Skating?
Oh, it's
45
probably an hour
minutes?
and a half.
Oh, an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's other.
I thought it was like an hour.
Yeah, it might be closer.
But
to
I guess
an
it
hour.
depends on what side of Houston too.
Right. It's
What
about
side of
an
Houston
hour.
you're coming from?
It's about an hour from my mom. And if you're already on the north side, it's not as far. And again, there's a couple in Spring, which is 45 minutes to an hour from my mom. Like they're just in Houston.
Yeah, it's weird.
I know. There is one place, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's one of those places that like you don't want to go.
Oh no.
I mean, everything's still in the plastic bags, and there's like boxes. It's just so full.
It's like that place that I was talking about
Yeah.
when I said I've been to a big yarn shop and I did not like it.
Yes, and this one's not big; it's small. But you have to know what you want when you go in because she has to find it for you.
Yeah, and that's not
so
how
it's
I shop.
Yeah. No,
Cool.
thank you.
We're not trying to be snarky.
I know we're not.
It's just
That's why I'm not saying their
We're
name.
not. We don't like being mean. We're very nice people.
We would be really mean if we said the names. We won't say the names.
I'm really mean about other stuff, but I don't want to like yuck anybody's yum on yarn shops.
Exactly.
Some are not for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we done?
I think we are finished.
Oh my god, I forgot I had a podcast.
I know.
No weeby
How long has
freebies
it
this
been?
time.
Hour 20. That's
okay.
not bad.
All right, it flew by for me.
Yeah. No weeby freebies.
No weeby
because
freebies. We've already
we
got
had so
long
much.
enough. Yes. So catch that next time. That's where Allyn picks really cool. Oh, my stomach just growled.
I did.
I'm so hungry. That's where Allyn picks really cool free patterns, usually in a theme of some sort. It's pretty fun. So stay tuned for that next time. And I'm going to have a sweater.
Yes, you will have a sweater. I'll probably have lots of
really hope I have a sweater.
Right.
And we might not have any kids in the background next time because
our
kids go back to school.
Yeah. Yeah, we should.
2 weeks from today, yours, and 2 weeks from tomorrow, mine.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't have kids.
It is 2 weeks. We haven't gone school shopping. I mean,
we just bought supplies yesterday.
We haven't done it.
We just did it yesterday.
I only have to do it for one because I have one going into middle school, and even though they send a list, all the advice is show up with your Kleenex and your disinfecting wipes, and then each teacher will tell them what to bring for their class.
I wouldn't like that. I want to buy it now.
Oh, we have so many left over. I don't plan on buying a single thing. You need a notebook? I got a notebook. You need a composition book? I got a composition book.
Yeah, you know how I don't
get rid
do
of
that?
Yeah.
So you're giving me hives. I do have.
Do you want to shop in my school supplies?
I do need manila paper because I couldn't find that, and one of those tablet thingies that's for the second grader. Nolan's going into second grade, and they still have those handwriting tablets.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm done. I do have in my extra stuff one white 1-inch 3-ring binder. That I cannot get either kid. I'm like, you don't need a binder this year. Dang it! I guess I'll hold on to it. I hate holding on to stuff. I hate having extra stuff. So if anybody needs a binder and lives local to me, come get
it. Bring it to knitting on Friday.
Yes, who needs it?
I know one year my kids wanted they needed a 3-ring binder, and we had binders, and they wanted the character one. Yeah. And I will print a picture out for you from the internet and put it in there. Now you have a Pokemon
Amelia
binder.
always gets a white one, and then she prints panda pictures.
Oh yeah.
So it's black and white, and we only have a black and white printer, so it's perfect.
How'd you get so lucky that she didn't like a tiger?
I know. She could color it her dang self if she wanted a tiger.
I love it.
Yeah. So anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So no kids next time. That'll be weird.
I know.
Catch us on all the socials that we mentioned at the top, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Don't forget to slay.